Welcome back, guys, to the Honey Song! Man, it has been a while. We kind of missed summer again.
We were busy.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
The rabbits don't like summer either.
Honestly, I feel like we only ever do spring and fall. Like, have we done any summer and winters?
We've done a summer one.
We've done one summer.
One summer, I think.
Yeah.
One summer. Alright. So yeah, we're back to the Honey Song. Let's see. What things have happened? Well, last time we found out there was another burrow that moved into the area. Man, I don't even remember. How do we start these things off? Normally, I ask questions.
Normally you start with the questions.
Yeah. Okay, so it's fall. Let's see. What kind of... Okay, here's what we always do. I remember now. What stories have been happening lately? You know, the Between Burrow is a place where rabbits travel from the previous one to the next one. So you get a lot of passerbys. And what kind of stories have been circling around lately?
I'm trying to think of one.
None. It's all quiet.
I mean, if you want to bring up why it might be quiet.
What came to my mind was the... Sorry. Not to date this TM, but, what came to my mind is that all those, like, tall... What did we establish humans are called? I don't know.
I don't think we ever just established that.
I don't
The furless two legs.
No!
Yeah, most of the Between Burrow has not interacted with humans. I believe the only one we have confirmed interactions with humans is Terry, who we decided was an escaped pet rabbit, and he is considered to be very weird.
No, yeah. I was thinking, though, the stories we've heard from other rabbits is that the weird, like...
Like, we've seen farmers, because we live next to a farm. But that's it.
Yeah, so... What I can say is that we've heard from the stories the weird, I'm gonna call them the weird hoppers, because I feel like they don't know what to call them. And they don't... They're on two legs, so the weird hoppers, that's what we're determining. No one can come up with a better one.
I like it. Weird hoppers.
I don't.
Are all wearing these weird... Are all having these weird things over them, like fur... but not fur, and they don't understand it really. Someone tries to say that it's to protect them from something, like another rabbit that's like Terry, and everyone else is like, protect them from what? And that's it. They don't understand what's going on. They just know the weird hoppers are...
The fur changers.
I mean, you guys are all rabbits. You grow thicker fur and change your colors in the winter sometimes, like...
But they change theirs daily.
Yeah.
And now there's something else that wasn't there before, according to rabbits like Terry. There's an extra thing covering their weird snoots, their weird noses.
Masks.
Yeah, that's what came to mind with the masks, but they don't know.
The fur has covered their faces.
They don't know what they are.
Is this a new species of the hoppers?
They've evolved.
They've evolved! That's it! They evolved!
There's a new breed around.
There's a new breed of hoppers!
There's a new breed of hopper. This one's a little bit more covered in fur sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. That's my story.
I love it. Yeah. Anyone else want to bring in some things? Maybe things that are happening in the Between Burrow? Anything, like, interesting or new? I can ask, what sort of, like, things has the Warren had to be on the watch for? I mean, obviously, the other burrow, have there been any issues? Have there been any other things changing the world around them?
I was thinking about the last episode and how, like, there was a lot of talk about, like, farmers and, like, cutting down forests and stuff. I was like, maybe something to do with that, but no, I figured out something better. It's the opposite. there's been talk about how in certain parts of the meadows and forests, there's been much less sightings of the hoppers. However, now there are like these weird new trees up that are all shaped about the same, of like a thin stump going up, and then it like squares out at the top, and it's got these weird sigils on them. No one knows what they are, but maybe they ward off the hoppers.
I love that. The great thing is, this episode is not going to take that long to come out, so it'll still be relevant.
Yeah.
It's the less people are going outside, so there's less people walking in the woods and stuff, and there's signs like stay 6 feet apart.
Oh, there's new signs, yeah.
Oh, I was leaning more towards like preserves. Wildlife preserves.
Oh.
Maybe both. Stay off the grass.
Yeah. Don't go over this way. Stay on the trail.
So this area is being turned into a wildlife preserve, then.
We're next to a farm, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, not necessarily like this part, but like there's been talk of parts of the meadows and forests in this area doing that.
Also, this is I'm not gonna say like a big like tilled soil farm. This is kind of more of like a ranch farm.
Yeah, I was thinking an animal farm.
Yeah. There is an orchard, but this isn't like big fields of corn and tomatoes and
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's fall. Man, I love saying that. I hate summer. This is my season.
I think
The
we can
humming
all
song is-
fully join forces on the, like, summer is bad front. I don't think anyone here is, like, a pro-summer person.
No.
I like
really.
summer.
No.
It must be tough to be so wrong.
I was gonna say, bummer. Can't believe you can have your opinion even if it's wrong.
Wow, can't believe you married me.
I know.
Oh my God. Okay, so the sunny hong, the honey
The Sunny
song.
Hong.
Damn it. The honey song is named as such because the rabbits know that everything in the world revolves and relies on the bees. The bees keep the seasons moving. They keep the plants changing through their stages, and they generally just bring all of the food and life to everyone in the circle of life. It starts with the bees. And it being fall, the bees are extra busy right now because they are bringing up stores for the winter, as all other creatures should be following their example too, and bringing up food and stores for when things get a little bit tight. Let's move on to some rabbit questions then. I know we have two new rabbits as players
Hello.
that happen to look very similar.
Okay,
It's not our fault.
it's not. We didn't even know.
Google betrayed us.
For the audience, Reese and Jamie, making new characters today, happened to find the same exact rabbit, different photos of the same exact rabbit, separately, and use them for their character.
It wasn't on purpose.
Maybe
Mine's
you're
a
twins.
little bit different. It's fine.
Maybe you're siblings. Maybe you're litter mates.
No, we're not. We're canonically
Okay.
not.
Apparently not, then.
I was like, no, we're not.
I know who my parents are.
Well, okay, who wants to tell us about their rabbit first?
I can go first since I'm doing a reoccurring character. Or
Mm,
should I go
Alright.
last because I'm doing a reoccurring character?
No, you can go first.
Okay. Return of the King. It's Clover, baby. He's back. He's fatter than ever. He's more round. More powerful.
Oh, older.
Clover?
Denser.
Isn't Clover, like, super old by now?
Yeah.
He's still alive. Yeah. It's only been 2 years. Rabbits aren't that short-lived, you guys.
Okay, fair. Alright, we're doing Clover. Aw, that means I can't be... That means I can't be Clover's sisters.
You can be
Rosette.
whoever.
I can't be...
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna bring Rosette in if Clover isn't there. It's just
Not Clover, Cherry.
Cherry.
Yeah.
You're right, Cherry.
I have
I
a
don't even
good
know.
segue into that. A real good one.
Okay.
Oh,
So, that means it has been a while since we've done Clover.
yes.
Tell us about Clover.
So, the segue into that. You wanted to be able to have Rosette in some form? I got you. I'm playing Honeydew, which is I was thinking of because remember, Dewdrop went through all that effort to impress Rosette.
Oh my god, did Dewdrop do it?
Dewdrop made
Did
it.
Dewdrop make it happen?
Made it happen. Honeydew is one of the babies from the first litter that Rosette
Oh my
and Dewdrop
God.
have.
I bet Cherry is livid.
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, Honeydew loves her uncle.
I guess this means Cherry is dead because he never would have allowed this to happen.
I was gonna say no. Honeydew loves her uncle, her weird uncle.
Tragic that Cherry died.
Oh my gosh, Cherry just does not acknowledge.
Cherry perished. He
My
passed
lovely
away.
sister and my lovely niece / nephew, I'm not sure. And
No,
also
I'm-
Dewdrop is here.
Cherry died in a freak hawk attack.
Cherry went back to the final burrow, their home, and for one season, and he comes
Yeah.
back to find this.
Yeah. At which point he was murdered by a rival rabbit.
Cherry's in mourning.
Yeah, Cherry's in mourning for himself because he died. He
He's
passed
just
away.
off in the final
So
burrow
sad.
dissociating.
Cherry's just standing there. He's like, sometimes I can still hear my voice. And Rosette's like, stop telling everyone you're dead.
I'm joking, but like, I'm serious also.
Oh
Cherry
my
must be dead if this is a dark timeline we are in.
Oh my god.
Miserable. If only Cherry were here to have stopped this.
Cherry was gone for one season and he came back and now he's an uncle.
Alright. Well, Rosette will be the mother for this session then.
Yeah, so Honeydew, so she has she has the same similar pattern as Dewdrop, but it's not the weird like a bluish gray and black coloring. It's a lot more like Rosette's coloring. It's like the browns and a little bit of white. She's pretty long. That's similar to Dewdrop, like not all fluff. And she has sleek fur. And a big defining trait is that one of her ears is floppy, while the other is just like pointed up. So she just has this cute little floppy look. Like it looks like a little like slanted line, and she's very adorable. She's long, but she's still kind of small. She's long but small, if that makes sense. I don't know if it
Yeah.
does, but
Yeah,
Ah, yes, one of them noodle rabbits.
those newfangled noodle rabbits.
Like, a couple short ears away from actually just being like a ferret.
it's like that, like one of those long rabbits. So, but she's still pretty small. So that's Honeydew. I just find her
Excellent.
really adorable. I had to
Yeah.
continue. The name Honeydew stuck in my head, and because of Dewdrop and like the dots,
Yeah.
I was like, I have to continue it. I finally put Dewdrop to rest after so long and so many things. It was like, okay, Dewdrop's time to put to rest. Now his daughter.
Oh.
And yet you still add sins to his already impressive list.
I just imagine Rosette having a little nickname for Honeydew, which is Honey Drop. Just swapping Dew for Drop from the dad's name.
That's adorable.
That's not a nickname. That's longer than the original
No,
name.
it's a cute name. You know how sometimes
Okay.
you have nicknames for someone, but they're not shorter? It's just because you like them, so you give them cute names.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like my
Yeah.
mom calls me Pumpkin. Like that's not a nickname. That's it's a cute.
I don't think there can be a name shorter than yours. Re.
Alright.
Anyway, my turn?
Yeah.
I am playing Meadow. She is this really small rabbit. She takes a lot after her mom and dad, Nutmeg and Olive. People would know them from the previous sessions. She's got like the really compact body that her dad has, and kind of like a medium length fur between both of her parents. But her fur is it's all white, like kind of a little bit of a grayish white, and she has this kind of darkish brown, not dark brown, but like medium brown splotch of brown fur from like her nose up her left eye and like going kind of up with her ear. And she again takes after her dad with the really small stubby ears, but they take after her mom with being like down floppy in the back.
Also, did you mean to say bramble instead of nutmeg?
Is it Hold up.
Bramble!
There's
I wrote
too
the wrong
many
one.
just, like, generic animal names.
Yeah,
Our
Bramble
rabbit
and
lore
Olive.
is too extensive.
Not Nutmeg, sorry. Bramble and Olive. Thank you.
Nutmeg's an old lady!
Nutmeg is dead.
Oh,
Nutmeg has been dead for multiple
true, though.
episodes.
it's true, though.
Oh no!
Alright. Yeah, that's cute. I also like the move, storyteller.
Yeah, because she takes after her mom and dad again. Of her dad kind of being a storyteller, but not really. He liked to boast about all the stuff that happened. And then Olive being the seer.
Yeah, I got to take 2 moves because the last one I did for Dewdrop was the, marked for death. Finally, so it gives me an extra move, which is, I have Dominant. Your influence among members of your warren is based on either fear, lineage, or respect. So this one is, lineage, and I get a +1 forward to speak plainly, and then I also have Squirmy. When you are smaller than what holds you, rolls plus swift instead of plus strong.
Nice. And Riley's Clover has 3 moves because he is very well experienced, but he is missing a basic move.
He keeps coming back. He's unstoppable. He's the most powerful rabbit.
I can't wait to him, like, I can't wait for him to have 0 basic moves and, like, 10 character moves.
I got so close with Dewdrop.
The thing about Clover is I won't like play him every session, but I'm never gonna like kill Clover if I can help it.
It's gonna be 10 years from now.
Yeah.
We're still gonna be doing just spring and fall.
I'm like, okay, technically it's only been 9 years have passed in game, so Clover is still alive. He's just old as hell. Well, should I go
I love
over
it.
Clover's character moves since it's been a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Clover, has Not Scared of You, which, basically allows him to not be afraid of, owls and other predatory birds. He's also Composed, which means he subtracts his steady, stat from Panic. And now, to show how powerful he has become, he has Thumper, which allows me to beat up people when I speak plainly, so I can use strong instead of shrewd. And I will just flavor this as, while he has discussions and arguments with people, he does just kind of lay down on top of them.
I love it.
I would like to state that Honeydew has probably, because of probably both Bramble and, like, her dad, Honeydew absolutely at some point has jumped on top of Clover when she was really little.
Oh no.
I
You
just
didn't
love
know
that.
it was Clover, though. You assumed it was some sort of, like, large, like, mossy rock. And you were right.
I love that Clover is basically immune to panic.
Yeah. Clover is a rock convincing everyone else that it is a rabbit. He cannot be destroyed. He is invincible.
Alright.
Indestructible. Too powerful.
Some other things I would like to mention about the rabbits of the Between Burrow. The previous I suppose, like, chief of the burrow, leader of the burrow. Thicket is not around anymore.
Thicket heckin' dead?
Thicket is dead.
Oh,
Has been replaced with one of their litter kids, Cinnamon, who is.
Did Thicket also die in a free cock accident?
Stop.
I'd rather you not say those two words that close together. Anyways, Cinnamon is pretty inexperienced.
Wait. Which two words? Freak and hawk or hawk and accident?
or freaking accident.
Yeah, or freaking accident. You can't just... You gotta be more clear.
Anyway, Cinnamon is inexperienced, so he's looking up to a lot of the older members of the Between Burrow, such as Clover. Mostly Clover.
Mostly Clover.
Don't talk to Dewdrop. He'll say to fight everything. Don't.
Yeah, he definitely will listen to a lot of his elders. But yeah,
I guess maybe Bramble.
Oh yeah, a little bit of change in power there. Let's see what else. Outside of the burrow, you've seen a new creature around. This is a raccoon. Raccoons can be dangerous sometimes, but so far he seems to have been keeping his distance. But he's in the area as well. So what is happening right now? What are y'all doing right now? What has been a problem lately that y'all are trying to solve?
Have we had any more problems with like the other burrows? Because the last one we saw was with Cherry being concerned about the new burrow. Has like that come up at all?
Yeah, so the other burrow, the Thistle Hill, has been growing. So far, you guys have kind of kept a like unspoken line between the two burrows, but I'll say maybe there's rumors kind of going around that eventually you guys might break into each other's tunnels. That's definitely a worry, is that if you guys dig too far out, you'll hit the other burrow and there will be a like full-scale war going on.
Oh!
A bunny war.
Oh no, we're not ready for that!
Just as the prophet Cherry foretold.
So...
He was so wise.
Just as the prophet Olive foretold.
So tensions have been high. You've been, I suppose, just courteous and polite in order to avoid any sort of, like, complications. Cinnamon is actually interested in finding some way to make a treaty with the other burrow.
Yay!
So far, any suggestion to maybe combine the burrows has been met with a little bit of, like, pushback from the other Between Burrow rabbits. Cinnamon does believe that's because he is pretty young and new. He thinks maybe other people could convince them, but he's still not sure, whether they should just do a treaty, combine the burrows, how to convince people which one is which one's right. He's pretty open with, like, just discussing things with the rest of the burrow. He's rather chatty, so this is all things that have been on his mind.
He gets little group meetings together.
Yeah, he's very diplomatic, which I say would be a little bit of a change from Thicket. Thicket was very much the, like, I'm going to make a decision silently, like, do some counseling, and then come back and tell you all. While Cinnamon is like, that is a problem. How shall we solve it?
Yeah.
We went from an oligarchy to a democracy. We're not used to it.
I mean, Cinnamon is still technically in charge because it does help to have some structure.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying, that we went from like, this small group would discuss, and then I would bring it to the general public to, hey everyone, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Which is, why?
I'm trying to figure out what Meadow's voice is, and you guys have kind of just got the Mr. Obama meme stuck in my head.
Oh, no. Stuck in Meadow's voice.
I had a voice for Meadow, but I lost it, and
Hello?
now that's all that's in my
Mr.
head.
Cinnamon.
Mr. Cinnamon, can we talk to you? I can't do that the whole session. I can't.
Coward.
I am a coward.
Honeydew definitely has that little bit of a twang because she got it from her mama,
Oh, excellent.
but not as smooth, not as sweet because
Yeah, like a country twang.
Dewdrop is dead.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready for inconsistent southern accents?
How dare you? We try our best.
Oh boy, I love this game.
I'm pretty good. Hey, listen, half of my family's from the South. I work at Yeehaw Land. I'm good at this. Thank you very much.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So, don't say inconsistent on my end. I'm pretty good at this. And that is Honeydew's voice.
Excellent.
Clover's voice is the same.
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
Presumably.
I can't wait.
Unchanged.
Listen, if we ever had to worry about making these episodes longer, we'll just have Clover come in.
Yeah, look. You know, why mess with perfection?
Yeah.
He's already the perfect being.
Why doesn't he have kids? Where are his kids, Riley? I want his
He's
kids.
too slow, Reese. He
Too
can't get there.
Sleepy,
He can't do the do.
and he does not have the energy to maintain kids, let alone a romantic relationship.
Clover does not need kids. Everyone
Yeah.
is his child.
He's too
Yeah.
tired.
He's too tired.
He considers everyone else kids anyways, because he is probably the oldest in the burrow.
Is he the village elder?
Yeah, probably.
Did we determine how old Clover was in the first session? And it's been 2 years. So if we did we determine Clover's age?
I don't know, maybe 2 or 3.
Established Nutmeg was the oldest, then Clover, then Dewdrop, then
Yeah,
Bread.
Nutmeg was like 5 or 6 years old. I figured Clover was like maybe halfway or a little under halfway to...
Yeah, we'll say Clover was 3, so now Clover's 5.
Alright, so he's getting up there.
Yeah.
He old.
Mm-hmm. And yet, still getting stronger. Every day his power grows.
Well, do we want to go figure out how to stop a rabbit war? Or do we want to do something else?
Dooku, my powers have doubled since we last met.
That's what we do. We all go do Jedi training and become one with the Force. Force rabbits.
So yeah, I'll say, you guys are starting out. We'll start out with everyone is sort of in a town hall meeting for the Between Burrow.
Yeah.
Where Cinnamon wants to address various things. He wants to listen to everyone's problems. The other rabbits are kind of giving their issues. You know, like one's like, we need to make sure we have enough food for the fall and for the winter. He's like, okay, we'll make sure we have teams on that. So yeah, he's kind of bringing up all these things.
If he's bringing up those things, Honeydew, would go, Mr. Cinnamon, what are you gonna do about we've talked about it, and there's never been a consensus. What are we gonna do about what is it called again, Rowan? Thistle.
Oh,
Hill?
Thistle Hill, yeah.
What are we gonna do about the other burrow? Thistle Hill? We need to get that sorted out, and none of us have really gotten that all settled in.
Right. Well, I was thinking of going over and talking to them. I'm not sure exactly what I would say.
Well, we could ask them if we wanted to be friends.
Yes! Thank you, Jamie.
That is a very great idea. I really like that one. Thank you so much, Meadow.
Yeah.
Mr. Clover, any thoughts?
Well,
That moment where you're like, is he muted or is he gonna talk?
No.
No,
Okay.
You have to wait to see if he's going to continue speaking or not.
We don't know if he's done or not.
I would like to say that every time he stopped talking, Honeydew opened her mouth, and right before she could say a word, Clover spoke again.
This is like sending a telegram if they didn't put stop at the end of everything.
I love Clover.
Clover is iconic.
Cinnamon goes, well, if you think of anything, Clover, we'd love to have your input. Just let me know. And I don't even know what his accent's doing.
I... Sure. Well.
Okay. Thanks, Clover. You got slower with age. Oh.
Simmons actually Clover, I would love if you would come with me. You know a lot about the history of the Between Burrow, and I think it'd be great to have someone like you with me when we go and talk to the chieftain.
Maybe we could bring them gifts. They would like some berries.
You know what, Meadow? That is a great idea.
Cinnamon's just really doing his best.
Cinnamon's a good dude. He's doing his damnedest.
The ghost of Cherry is like, who let these two babies into this, like, council meeting? But alas, he is a ghost.
Meadow's like a year old or something. Maybe less.
Yeah.
He's just gonna insult his niece all day.
Honeydew's like, well, then, if we're gonna go over there, I'd like to join as well, because my pa said that going over there was a bit of a sticky situation, and I think that the more the merrier kind of deal, just to be sure.
Since gifts were my idea, could I come too?
Yeah, alright. I think we've got, let's see, a good... You know what? This is what we'll do. I'm gonna make a decision right here.
Oh.
What?
Yes, Clover?
Are the babies coming?
Hey, it was my idea to bring the gifts, so I get to bring the gifts.
She's very right. It was Meadow's idea.
Also, in regard to that, Mr. Clover, I'm getting there. And two, do you really think they'd attack babies? Do you really think that would just be cruel and unusual?
I'm too cute to be attacked.
That is a very good point, Honeydew. You know, I keep hearing people talking about...
That's a very good point! What? Oh...
Oh, jeez.
Riley, when I said Honeydew liked her uncle, I meant it.
Truly a maelstrom of emotion crosses Clover's one good eye.
Oh.
Listen, stop making fun of Cinnamon. He's good.
Cinnamon's great. I love Cinnamon.
He's trying his best.
Cinnamon's like, so here's what we're gonna do. You know, people have been talking about possible war between the boroughs, and we don't want that. That's not great. So, I think having a small team go over there, a little bit from every generation, will show them that we're not interested in fighting. We're just coming over for a friendly talk and want to make friends.
War is bad and mean.
That is very true, Meadow. Good job.
Honeydew's like blinking rapidly, like.
Cinnamon's like, besides, I think everyone else is gonna be busy with getting up stores for the winter, and you three are the only ones who really don't have a job. So let's have something to do.
Rude?
Ow!
He didn't mean that in a mean way. He just meant like he wants everyone to have something to do.
Yeah.
I would like to say, Honeydew absolutely took it in a mean way, but she's not gonna say anything, but she absolutely took it in a mean way.
Aw.
All of my siblings are working with my mom and dad, and I am too little.
Oh, baby. I would like to state, Honeydew is the spiritual successor to Cherry, just so y'all know.
Oh my gosh.
So she goes, oh no, I could be doing something, but I'm more interested in this instead.
Well, that's good. Wouldn't really want you to come along if you weren't interested. I want you to do something that you enjoy.
Oh, Cinnamon. I have known Cinnamon for less than 5 minutes, and I would do anything for him.
This is the best boy. He's doing his damnedest.
We're all gonna die.
I hope not.
I would hope not, because I was told by a friend that listened to our podcast that if any of the rabbits died, we would get a very strongly worded email.
Oh man.
Well, Cherry's canonically dead, so here comes that email.
Yeah, Cherry. Yeah. I can't believe Cherry died in a tragic free cock accident.
Upon learning that his sister had a litter.
No, he perished before the news ever came. So sad.
He threw himself in front of a moving hawk.
It's so sad. He never heard.
He found a hawk nest and he threw himself in it.
Think of all the things Cherry died before he ever heard about. It's really astonishing.
He didn't want to.
He didn't even know Clover was still alive.
He didn't know Clover.
Exactly.
Oh god.
I'm gonna go ask my mom to help me make gifts.
And she scampers off.
She's also very, very good.
Well, I guess that wraps up the town hall meeting. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm sure we'll have a nice harvest for this winter, and we'll all have a great time. Thank you.
Waits awkwardly for everyone to leave.
Cinnamon still hasn't quite figured out how to dismiss town hall meetings, and it just has to riff awkwardly for a bit as he waits for everyone to leave the area.
After a few minutes, Meadow comes back and she's hopping in with what looks like a little satchel / backpack tied around her neck over her back, but it's made out of a large leaf that's been kind of rolled over some contents inside of it, and that's wrapped around her.
I got the gifts.
Ew. Any... What? Honeydew's trying to say something not biting, because she's not very nice.
Why? What's wrong?
She's trying to be because again, if Meadow is tiny, that means the gifts aren't big. Honeydew isn't saying this, but she's absolutely thinking this train of thought of, oh, they're tiny, the gifts aren't big, they're gonna think we're trying to cut them off or something. She's so pessimistic. Oh my god.
I mean, it's a light bag, but I will say it's maybe half her size.
She looks like a Bulbasaur with it on her back.
Yeah, she looks like a little Bulbasaur.
Cinnamon's like, that should work perfectly. I'm sure the chieftain will like it very much. You know, they say never enter someone else's home without a gift. I don't know who says that.
I heard it somewhere.
I did.
Did you hear it from Mr. Terry? He's the one that says all those weird things.
I might have. I really like Terry. He talks a lot,
Terry's a lot of fun.
He's always got some interesting things to add, and I appreciate him for that.
He was friends with my mom. He's kind of like my uncle.
I almost said something really messed up as Honey did. Oh my god.
That kind of makes you my cousin, Honeydew.
Huh?
Wait,
Huh?
I'm mixing up people.
Yep.
Jamie's bad at names.
I was about to say.
Dewdrop is also like an uncle to me. Everyone's kind of like an uncle to me.
Meadow, I kind of feel the same way. Everyone's been so helpful teaching me how to run this burrow, and I really appreciate it.
We should get this gift over there before it goes bad.
I absolutely agree, Meadow. I was about to say, let's go out.
Let's
At Clover's pace, of course.
go. Full speed. Everybody.
I agree.
Listen, if we do that, then Mr. Clover's gonna be left behind.
Is at full speed of Clover.
Clover is roughly a foot away from where he was during the town meeting at this point. So he's booking it. It's a fast day
You're
for
so
Clover.
fast, Mr. Clover.
No, but that's what, Honeydew's trying to say, because on one hand, Honeydew was raised with manners from Rosette. On the other hand...
You got the sass of your dad. Oh.
So, she just goes,
Oh.
Mr. Clover is way too...
Speedy.
not the word I would have chosen.
Honestly, Meadow's going about the same pace as Clover.
Yeah.
Because she's got that huge pack on, so she's doing like one hop and like,
She sinks into the mud. The pack hits her and pushes her underground a little.
oh no!
Clover will stop and allow the little ones onto his back.
Oh.
Ah. Well, it's alright that Clover goes at the speed that he does, because Cinnamon stops and talks to everyone you pass.
It takes us several hours to get out of town.
Honeydew is getting so impatient. She's so impatient.
Well, men, we'll be there within the week. I'll see you when the leaves change, my dear.
At this rate, it's going to be winter by the time we get there.
Oh, don't say that. I think we're making great time.
That's what you think.
Clover nods very solemnly to Cinnamon.
Meadow has kind of half-hopped onto Clover's back, but she can't fully, situate properly because of the pack, so she's, she arms over one side of Clover's head, legs over the other side, pack in the middle.
I was gonna ask if she's just, hanging onto the side of him,
No, she managed to, crawl her way onto Clover's back, but she's just, flopped over sideways.
Powerful stuff.
Meanwhile, Honeydew has been definitely running around, and then she'll come back. She runs around. It's like with that thing when rabbits want to play, but instead of playing, she's just very impatient.
Yeah. Doing, that kind of side mid-air hop.
Yeah, she's very impatient right now.
Well, you guys make your way outside.
It takes us a while.
I'll say it's midday by the time you reach the middle point between the two burrows. Just kind of in that open field. It has a bit of a
Yeah, if we started around when the sun came up.
Gotta admit, that is some good time for Clover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a bright and early morning. Everyone's kind of in a good mood, I think. you got other rabbits hopping around, finding food. You have the bees kind of buzzing around your head. It's a pretty nice day, and yeah, you can kind of see the Thistle Hill in front of you through the grass of the meadow or the field.
Yay! We made it.
You're halfway.
We're not there
Yeah.
yet.
I can't really see over Clover's head.
Cinnamon kind of stops at that halfway point, like approximately, because there's no actual like boundary lines. And he's like, thinking about it, I'm a little concerned what happens if we go onto their territory. I haven't actually really been very far outside of the Between Burrow. Being raised to be the leader and all that. Haven't really gotten out much.
Well, my mom went over here on a mission of her own, and her and the other rabbits just kept going until they were met by an entourage of the other rabbits.
How does she know the word entourage?
Very smart child.
Her dad is a writer and her mom is a seer.
Child, I foresee that several months from now you'll need to describe a small group of rabbits. This is the word you'll need.
Okay, and honey just goes, you just keep moving forward, Mr. Cinnamon. My mom, my mama, and my pa just kept moving forward all together. And that's how they did it with my uncle. May his soul rest in
Oh, Lord.
the fluffy fields.
Make his soul rest in the fluffy fields.
Oh my gosh.
The fluffy fields are now heaven.
The fluffy fields. It's like a cotton field. Like, that's how they imagine heaven.
The wild thing is, I'm so sure we've invented rabbit heaven already.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
don't-
we did.
Listen, maybe there's different rabbit religions.
Okay, now that's a step
Okay,
too
no.
far.
The fluffy fields is not the name of Rabbit Heaven. It is a part of Rabbit Heaven.
Yeah, it's like it's a descriptor, like the pearly gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Also, I was just thinking that was probably something Rosette said a lot about Cherry.
Oh, he's gone and he's playing in the fluffy fields. I love
So
it.
as you guys are kind of discussing and still slowly make your way forward, I guess, you see this rustle in the grass, and bounding up to you and stopping right in front of you is... I do not remember what this rabbit sounded like.
I don't know if it matters. Make a new one.
Well, okay. I don't even know if we met this. I don't even remember.
I was like, I don't remember, so go ham on it. It's your rabbit.
I have it on my list. If you met it and it sounds different,
It's been, what, half a year? A year? I don't remember.
if it sounds different, this is a different rabbit, same name.
Put a junior in there.
Same name, same role, same personality, different voice. Completely different rabbit, don't worry. So this rabbit stops in front of you. He's like, hey y'all, what you doing today?
We're being in glyphs.
Gifts.
That's what I said.
Mm.
We're bringing glyphs.
Cinnamon's like, hello, you must be from the Thistle Hill, right? And the other rabbit's like, that I am. You're obviously from the Between Burrow. Just wanted to tell you that obviously our home is right over this way, and we wanted to ask why you're coming this direction.
Because we're bringing gifts.
Cinnamon's like, yes, we wanted to bring some gifts to your chieftain to see if we can bring up sort of a truce. Everyone's been a little scared and a little nervous lately, and the other rabbit's just kind of like, no, not really. And Cinnamon's like, so we just wanted to make sure everything's great between us and maybe make some friends.
Neighborly.
I could make some friends here?
We just wanted to say a little howdy and figure out how we're just kind of talk about it, everything. Just kind of settling everything in.
Neighborly.
Everyone keeps talking about how there might be like a rabbit war, and that's not good. We don't want that to happen, so we're bringing gifts to say we like you.
Honeydew tries to tries to do the thing to get their mouth, but Clover's too big, so even though she's tall, so when she stands on her back, she can it's just not enough. Her little legs just aren't enough. To shush Meadow.
We don't want to have a rabbit war, so we want to make friends.
The other rabbit's like, well, I guess I can go tell the chief. If you all want to just wait here, I can go get him and bring his message back to you.
Honeydew's eyes squint at that.
Wait.
Meadow starts to stumble off of Clover's back. She hits the ground, does a little roll trying to make sure none of the stuff on her back gets squished. She hops over and she slides the pack off her.
Take this to your leader.
God, you'll eat it.
Your leader!
The rabbit's just kind of like, okay. But he takes it, and then he bounds off, and Cinnamon's just like, well, I guess we wait here.
I think they will like the gift.
And since we don't get to see it get opened, the pack has a bunch of assorted berries in it, along with a few decorative flowers. And of course the leaf to wrap it. And of course all of the flowers are extremely edible and the best that they could find.
Aw, that's super nice.
Meanwhile, Honeydew, the causer of problems in this group again, goes, I want to see where they're going, you know? Just kind of get a little look-see.
But he told us to stay here.
We
Yes, he did. And with that, she's off.
should wait.
Okay. Cinnamon's like, well, Clover, I really respect your opinion and your advice, but I really shouldn't be letting any rabbit from the burrow just run off. I'm gonna go get Honeydew and bring her right back here so we can wait.
Oh, no.
Good.
Oh.
And Cinnamon bounds off too.
Retrieve the baby.
My daddy always told me that it's never good to split up a party.
Clover nods. Wise.
I would love to think that Meadow doesn't consider the word party to mean group of people. Meadow considers party to be actual partying, and so she always just imagines 4 people traveling but also having cake and.
Yeah, I would like to state Honeydew is she's very smart. She's smart and she's fast, which is a problem for everyone. Somehow, the two parents, not one single brain cell, sometimes shared between them. She got all the smarts, and it's a problem. Yeah, she's running. She's sneaking.
Okay.
Oh, she's sneaking, alright.
Cinnamon is able to catch up to you. He's a little bit bigger than you. And I suppose he was a little bit more frantic to catch up to you while you were trying to be quiet.
I would like to roll sneak.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, let me get my dice. It's a +1. I That did not do good.
Oh no.
I got a 2.
Oh no.
Sneak doesn't say anything.
You just don't sneak. I suppose you draw attention is the thing.
I probably this little baby's running after.
Yeah. And Cinnamon is running after you, so obviously it's a little more. So I'd say, it'll still probably draw attention. You're not exactly being the sneakiest, and Cinnamon's not trying to be sneaky at all. But where were you trying to get to, Honeydew?
She was kind of following. She's a very curious little thing. She likes knowing things. She likes being in the know. That's why she was speaking up, even though she's a baby. She likes knowing things, and it causes problems for everyone.
Okay, so you follow the scout rabbit from Thistle Hill. He's kind of going through. There's a lot of tall grass on Thistle Hill. It is arguably a very well-defended place because it's named after the thistles on it. Like all of these very tall thistle plants. You know the ones that have the purple flowers on top?
I do not, but you may continue.
I do, yes.
No. Yeah. So this rabbit's sort of diving through the grass, and you almost see where he went. He kind of disappeared at some point. And you're trying to snoop around. Maybe he went into a hole when you see 2 more rabbits kind of like appear in front of you, basically. And these 2 are just like, what exactly do you 2 think you're doing?
I imagine she pops up her head on her back little paws so she appears taller, and she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I got a little lost. Sorry about that." And she's given that good ol'.
Is there a roll persuasion? Roll deception?
I think the closest thing is speak plainly.
Okay, I know I don't get a +1 for that, even though I wish I did so badly. But I wish I did.
On speak plainly, that's a plus shrewd.
No, yeah, I have a +1. I'm talking about the +1 forward as well.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
Did not do it.
No. Yeah, they don't believe you.
I'm a baby.
Cinnamon kind of comes up behind you, and he's like, "Hi, I was just trying to stop, Honeydew's a little excited. We were supposed to be waiting for another rabbit to come back and talk to us from Thistle Hill, and, well, Honeydew got a little bit excited, so we'll just be going back to the rest of our group and just waiting there."
Oh boy.
Listen, my rabbits exist to cause problems.
Oh.
I would argue all of your characters exist to cause problems.
Glass only cause. Anyway, the 2 rabbits are kind of like, well, we could lead you back to the rest of your group then. But, we're not allowed to let anyone past here.
She just gives a huff.
Are you turning around?
See, on one hand, me, Reese, wants to say yes. Honeydew does not want to say yes.
Look, do you want to start a war?
No, I just...
Do you think your mom would be proud of you?
I don't know.
Your dad might be, but would your mom?
I feel like, though, okay, she's smart. If I put her at 0 shrewd, then yeah, maybe I would say go for it, but no. She has a +1 to shrewd. She got caught. She's gonna turn around. She's gonna pout, but she'll turn around. She'll head back.
Yeah, so you guys kind of start walking back when the rabbit you were chasing actually pops back out, and he's all, wait, oh, you're right there. All right. So An interesting thing, the chief actually wants to talk to you guys, himself. So, I'm supposed to go get you and bring you in.
I'll go get the other one for you. Don't worry. And she zooms back off.
Yeah, the two good ones.
Cinnamon's just, like, standing there awkwardly. He's like,
Oh no.
alright, yeah, this is great. I wanted to talk to the chief, and it'll be nice talking to him face to face. I didn't get to meet him before.
Honeydew runs over. She goes, we were told to go meet with the chieftain. So,
Yay! Quickly, Clover, we have to be fast.
Okay.
That was pretty fast, actually.
Yeah.
Clover starts slowly hopping over, and Meadow
That okay was faster than usual.
Meadow starts running circles around Clover.
Gotta be fast, gotta be fast, gotta be fast.
Yeah, but she also doesn't want to leave Clover.
Yeah. Well, technically, she is going very fast, and she is going very far if you count the amount of places
It's true.
the amount of steps she's taken.
she's taken so many steps.
She's like treadmilling.
She's so out of breath when she gets there.
So yeah, I guess Honeydew, you lead them back to that the place where you met with the guard rabbits, and they're waiting for you. And they step aside, and there's a pretty well hidden entrance to Thistle Hill for you guys to go into. It might be a bit of a difficulty for Clover to get in. This is not the main entrance.
Wow, this place is huge.
Cuts to Clover trying to squeeze in after Meadow.
How long does it take Clover to get through, Riley?
Oh, who knows? A truly not insignificant amount of time.
Yeah, so for Meadow, who said that this place is huge, it actually is. Like, they're on a hill, so they have been able to make up the full space underneath this hill for their place. And you're going through, and you kind of get taken into a very central den in the just sort of this Thistle Hill Warren. And Cinnamon's already there, waiting for you. There's the rabbit, the scout rabbit, standing there next to this also very big rabbit. And this rabbit is kind of like, you get the sense he's the chieftain. He's big, he's there. Everyone's sort of like deferring to him. And Cinnamon's like, oh great, you guys made it. Kind of hoping you guys didn't get lost. It took you a little bit.
We came as fast as we could.
Mr. Clover had a little bit of a issue getting in here.
Why? So small.
The scout's like, well, that's kind of not the main entrance. That's just one that we use to get in and out really quickly. It's not really meant to be big. If it was big, people would find it more easily.
That's really smart. We just have a few entrances for everyone.
Shh! Honeydew turns to Meadow and goes, shh!
What?
Shh!
They told us where their entrances. It's only fair.
No, we don't. Honeydew is going to strangle Meadow.
Cinnamon's like, well, we wanted to make friends, and it's only fair to let friends know where friends live. And I've been having a great time talking to Gully. Isn't that right? And the chief's just like, he just sort of nods, and he's like, I hear you all are from the Between Burrow.
How did you know?
Honeydew looks with that one floppy ear. Looks. If looks could kill, if a rabbit could give a death glare, Honeydew would be giving said death glare.
Look, in human terms, Meadow is like 6.
Listen, Honeydew isn't much different.
Yeah, Honeydew isn't much older, but yeah.
I mean, Honeydew is a few months younger, because, did not have a child when Meadow was born.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying, though. Somehow, again, Honeydew's...
Wait. Oh my god. My brain had it flipped for some reason. I thought Meadow was younger. Apparently Honeydew is younger. What?
No, yeah, because Honeydew...
That
What?
can't be right.
It is.
Well, it can't be right anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Bramble and Olive had another litter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
You were like, wait.
Yeah.
Because that makes no sense.
I was just thinking of, you know how sometimes there are really perceptive kids that will say something and you're like, why do you know this? That's what my mind was thinking of with Honeydew. Again, she's smart.
I still feel like you're closer to maybe 12.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking she's smart and she makes it everyone's problem.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Cinnamon's like, well, Chief Goalie, we really appreciate you letting us into your home like this. It's really a sign of, what's the word? Good,
Faith?
good faith. You're right. Thank you, Honeydew. Really appreciate it. Sign of good faith that you would let us into your home.
Did you get our gifts?
Goalie nods. He's like, I don't really like stranger rabbits. But those berries were very good.
Yay! My mom helped me pick them.
You hear this tiny little voice from behind Gully go, I really like the flowers too. And the Gully's like, and the flowers. So, you want to make a treaty between the two Warrens, do you?
Yeah.
Meadow like looks around, is like, no one else is saying
No one else.
anything. So she's just like,
I hear from my mommy and daddy that everyone is afraid of what will happen when our tunnels meet, and like that will make rabbits angry, and we don't want that to happen. We want to be friends. So if that does happen, there's nothing wrong.
Cinnamon's, he kind of like steps up where he's supposed to be. He's like, honestly, I think it's just because we don't really know you guys all that well, and we want to get to know you better so that we don't have to be afraid of you. Not that there's anything to be afraid of. We're not. I mean, everyone's worried about a war,
nervously sweating.
but I don't think it's gonna be that big a problem. Not to say that we're a threat, or that you guys are a threat, or...
Oh boy.
My mama said it's always good to make friends with the neighbors. That's what she did, and now that's what I'm here to do.
Yeah, it's always good to make friends.
Honeydew was laying it on so thick.
Meadow's loving it. Meadow's eating it up.
Metal things, yeah. I was like, Honeydew is...
Gully's like, so you bring children to a meeting in a place where you don't know who the rabbits could be, or if they are dangerous or not.
You're not dangerous, are you?
We could be.
No.
You just know.
We were hoping in a show of good faith that all the generations come along.
My daddy is Bramble and my mommy is Olive. They are both very good storytellers.
While Meadow is saying this, Clover just kind of raises up to his maximum height and size over the other chief and looks down at him with his one eye and the scarred face.
I will not condone you hurting a child. Me.
Gully is not intimidated by Clover. Gully is pretty big for a rabbit, not as big as Clover, but he is younger, than Clover, and, I mean, you don't really know how strong he is or anything, so.
I want to intimidate this guy.
You want to intimidate him?
Yeah! Clover is a small boulder with scars, and this dude is threatening a baby. What's wrong with him?
Yeah,
You could do Thumper, but just use your Thumper to make yourself big.
Yeah, I could do Thumper on Speak Plainly, right?
Let me see.
Because Speak Plainly is when you reason with another animal, roll plus rude. They will do what you ask given the proper assurances. On a 7 to 9, they do what you ask provided you meet one of their demands. And I'm adding my strong instead of my shrewd.
I mean, that's as close as we got as intimidation.
It's the closest we have to that kind of persuasion move.
But your move kind of requires that you do an attack on the other rabbit.
I lay down on the other rabbit.
No! You rise up and lie down on top of Gully as a show of your strength and lack of fear.
Oh God!
I crush him to death.
Oh no!
You see Honeydew's ears, like, just her good ear that isn't floppy just goes completely flat.
Yo!
Right. What'd you roll for Thumper?
That's a 10.
Amazing. Okay. They will do as you ask, given the proper assurances. So you flop down on top of him. And out from under him comes this tiny little, like, it's almost like a puffball bouncing around. And it's like, Daddy, what's happening? Oh my God, Dad!
Clover is not trying to, like, injure or harm him, but it should be made clear that he will suffocate to death if Clover doesn't move at some point.
Yeah.
Clover? We don't want a war. I want to make that clear. We're here to not have a war. I don't know if that got through to you.
No.
The two guard rabbits and the scout rabbit are gonna try to push Clover off.
Just giving a friendly hug.
Oh, okay. So should I give a hug to I'm sorry, what's your name?
The little fluff ball that's zooming around. Yeah.
I guess what do you just like go in front of its like trajectory?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this tiny little fluff ball just like bounces into you, man, and then lands, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your name?
My name is Thistlemilk. Thistlemilk.
Hi, Thistlemilk. My name is Meadow.
Hi, Meadow.
Hey, it looks like we're giving friendly greeting hugs. Do you want one?
Hugs? I'd love a hug.
Yay!
And then Meadow gives Thistlemilk a hug.
Yeah, they hug each other. Riley, I would like you to do a compete with the
No,
three rabbits.
Once the two babies hug, Clover moves off of the chief.
Okay, but the other three rabbits have put themselves between their chief and you. And Gully kind of like comes back and he looks down and he's like, Thistlemilk, get behind me. And Thistlemilk is like, oh, I guess hug time is over. Sorry,
Okay.
Meadow.
We'll hug again later.
Okay. Gully's like, so we are right to be suspicious of you rabbits.
Of hugs?
And Cinnamon's like, no, it's not like that at all. Clover just has a different way of explaining things than we do.
Mr. Clover here is a little bit. His speech gets a little slow at times, and so listening to him to go on and on and on can get a little tedious. He tries to convey things easier with movement, but he's so big, you know? It's not very easy for him to just give a simple pat.
We're all friends here.
Why would you be suspicious of a hug?
And I will say, on the speak plainly, I got a 10, so they will do what I ask given the proper assurances. And
Yeah.
I asked them to back the hell down. I asked them to cool their jets.
So Gully's like, we moved our burrow here from far away, where many of the rabbits we met were hostile and didn't quite enjoy our company. We lost lots of good rabbits on our journey, and we found this place and decided to make it our home before knowing that there were other rabbits around. We were a bit hasty, I suppose. Many of our rabbits will be willing to fight for their home. They're not eager to move again.
That's very nice of them, but I don't think we can fight.
We'd prefer not to fight.
We like to forage, and that's like the one thing we do.
Gully was kind of looking to Clover when he said this, because Clover being the one that did the role. He is interested in what Clover's response is.
Plenty of space and food.
Gully, nods, and Cinnamon speaks up. He's like, yeah, we can share our food, there's plenty enough, and, you know, maybe if we work together, we'd have an even easier time getting everything that we need for the winter. I've been working with my burrow to make sure that we're all stocked up, and I don't know if you guys were able to stock up, I don't know if you're able to bring much with you, so you might need some of our help. And Thistlemilk is actually like, Can I hang out with Meadow?
If we actually tried to connect our tunnels, that would mean that me and Thistlemilk could hang out more. It also that we could pass food between the tunnels and stuff.
Please, Daddy, please. Gully looks at Thistlemilk, and it is obvious that, like, Gully cannot say no.
Oh.
Which he is trying to hide from you guys. But he's like, well, I suppose it is obvious that your burrow does not have any fighters. So perhaps we could share some of our skills in exchange for your skills. Not many of our foragers survived the trip. It was only the ones that could defend themselves that made it this far. So we are sadly understaffed.
We have a lot more of those berries and flowers tucked away so that they won't go bad as quickly. So we'll have that in early winter. We also stocked away a lot of nuts. Have you had nuts before?
Yes.
Okay, we have a lot of those. Seeds and nuts.
And I can say my pa has done some fighting in his day, and he can help as well. He would love to help with all that.
Maybe don't mention that we have fighters. We just got over that.
Aren't we like the burrow known for having some of the most adventurous and scrappy rabbits?
I will say specifically, that one rabbit was the one that. Which one was
okay.
it?
Dewdrop?
It was Dewdrop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically Dewdrop is well known, and actually, as Honeydew says this, the scout kind of like leans over to Gully and like whispers to him, and Gully's like, "Ditch tells me that the rabbit, the warrior rabbit, is indeed from your burrow. We have heard much about this warrior."
What warrior rabbit? Oh, Dewdrop? Dewdrop is really old. He's like my uncle. I was saying that earlier.
He's not that old. Thank you very much.
He's getting old. He's an old man now.
Cinnamon speaks up. He's like, "So, I think I get what you're saying. If we do all the food foraging, and you do all the protecting, then we don't have to worry about any of the stuff out there, like Shift, or like that owl in the forest. Or, what was the other one that they met? There was like a cat or something. There's a lot of stuff around here that I keep hearing about, and that's why I really don't go out at all."
It was one eye.
It was One Eye.
That bird isn't so bad.
Yeah, I heard that you and my dad Bramble kicked his butt so hard.
Cinnamon's like, "Right, that was you! Oh man, I always hear these stories through like 4 different rabbits. It was you!"
And also, my pa was the one that defeated Shift. Thank you very much.
My great-grandma also defeated Shift.
My pa did it twice.
Well, my grandma brutally injured him forever.
Hey, we're so good at this diplomacy thing. I'm real glad that they thought to send 2 babies and a rock.
Also, my grandma gets first name to killing Shift because my great-grandma is dead.
Everyone just sort of like awkwardly looks at this baby.
Honeydew just goes, "Well, he wasn't dead after. If my pa was able to defeat him twice."
But my grandma poisoned him, so that made it easier for your dad to beat him.
Not the second time.
It's like loosening a pickle jar, a thing I definitely know about.
What's a pickle jar?
What is this pickle jar of which you speak?
Ditch leans over and is like, "I think we really want these people on our side."
I like that. Like, these 2 kids are bragging about their family members killing a fox.
They're also
Gully-
hyping it up way better than what it actually was.
Gully kind of, he just like hums, and then he's like, Perhaps my people would feel safer to know that there are such warriors among your warren. They would, if they would feel welcomed by you, I'm sure many of us would be happier." Cinnamon's like, "Of course, that was the entire point of coming over here anyways. We just wanted to welcome you to the area and make sure that we're all friends. We're not going to drive you out. There's plenty of stuff here."
No, even if we didn't end up being friends, we don't want to scare you away. You're just gonna be our neighbors rather than friends.
And you don't have to worry about our burrow getting too big because everyone just kind of moves on to the next one. That's why we're the Between Burrow.
That makes it sound like our burrow isn't very good.
It gets bigger, and then smaller, and then bigger, and then smaller.
Cinnamon's like, nonsense. It's like a vacation.
What's a vacation?
You're right.
I was about to say.
It's like a seasonal home.
Do rabbits take vacations?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess, you know what? I guess we just established that they do, so here we are.
I mean, some hibernate. Is that a vacation?
Yeah, I get hibernation is rabbit vacation, huh?
Ditch speaks up. He's like, there's actually one tunnel that was kind of really close to one of yours. We noticed it before we broke through. But I suppose that's something you might want to know about now that we're friends, I guess.
Let's go back that way.
Cinnamon's like, actually, what if we set up, like, a celebration, an official opening of the tunnel between both of our burrows? A ceremony, if you will.
I hear the hoppers have these things called scissors, and you put a string
Okay,
out
we have
and you
to
clip
stop.
it.
We have to stop this. No more hopper culture. Cut it out. I'm putting my oversized foot down.
I'm gonna do a little bit of
Yeah.
a video thing then to wrap this up. So Cinnamon goes back. You all go back to the Between Burrow to tell them the good news that you guys are gonna be friends. They aren't dangerous and they're not looking to push you guys out because they thought you guys were gonna push them out. And kind of gathers everyone from the Between Burrow onto their side of the tunnel, and everyone from the Thistle Hill onto the other side of the tunnel. And obviously there's no cutting up the string or cutting up the ribbon. What they're going to have is have some of the rabbits dig through each side. Gully and Cinnamon are going to be digging through as sort of like a metaphorical bond between the burrows, I suppose.
Yeah.
And Cinnamon's like, well, I'm not really going to be able to be talking while I dig because I don't want to get dirt in my mouth. So, Clover, I owe this all to you, buddy. You did a great job helping me convince Gully that we're all friends here, and I really appreciate that. And so, Clover, I would love it if you would do the honors of giving a speech.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
Mr. Cinnamon, for the love of God.
Yay!
I would love to.
No.
And then he starts moving towards the front.
No. Oh, no. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear.
I want just to fade out on Clover giving a speech.
Yeah, I'm not doing the actual
Yeah.
speech, but he does do
Yeah.
it.
Cinnamon waves for Clover to begin as Cinnamon starts digging, and on the other side, there's sort of the shuffle of dirt as Gully starts digging as well. And Clover begins his speech.
And he does that. And it takes an awful long time.
Clover is talking, and Cinnamon is digging. They break through. There's a lot of cheering from all the rabbits. Clover is still giving his speech.
Exactly.
A lot of the rabbits kind of meet up, talk to each other, kind of make their acquaintance. Thistlemilk and Meadow hug and run off to play together. And Clover, still giving his speech. Rabbits start to go home. It's getting late in the day. Clover finishes up his speech and begins his walk home.
Yeah. I think he just goes to sleep right there.
He goes to sleep in the tunnel, like
Yeah.
Snorlax, blocking the entire thing.
Oh no, but we just dug it
He
out!
finishes his speech and it was too much and he just powers down.
This new tunnel that has been opened is now temporarily closed until someone can find the Pokemon flute and move this giant ass rabbit.
The end.
The end.
Mark Experience listeners, it's end credits time. I know you love hearing this part, but I like to remind you guys that you can find us on Tumblr, Instagram, and even TikTok. And if you like to buy the music, you can buy it all at markexperience.bandcamp.com. We also have a constantly growing collection of merch at redbubble.com/people/mark-experience, where you can buy posters and shirts and stickers and all that. If you want to support your favorite editor and musician, you can head over to my Ko-fi account at ko-fi.com/JamieRemy. That's spelled JAMIEREMY. Mark Experience can be located basically anywhere podcasts exist now, so you can listen wherever's easiest. See you next episode!
Oh? Are you okay?
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
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 Uh-oh. Me too, oh, blah, blah.
I think it's Joe Biden now.
Me too, Joe Biden!
Mr. Joe Biden!
It doesn't sound quite as good.
Oh no. It's not gonna be Meadow's voice.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I
Hello?
could.
Mr. Cinnamon one?